endangered bluefin and humpback whales are killed on the U.S. West Coast every year.
By ships.
By ships.
There was outrage last year when a beloved 49-foot whale washed up on shore south of San Francisco. Spotted hundreds of times during her life, scientists even gave her a name, Fran.
Having such a well-known, loved whale die from something that we know is preventable it's tragic.
Jacqueline Moore is with a trade group that represents the West Coast shipping industry. She argues most vessel carriers do slow down, but the shipping industry relies on them to deliver goods on time.
If you have the information that a whale is in the area, what would be the reason a ship would not slow down?
And there's really three main issues: efficiency, safety, and schedule. And schedule is really paramount here. Any delays based on slowing a vessel down can greatly impact those schedules.
On the East Coast, speed limits are mandatory to protect the endangered North Atlantic right whale. Data shows ships there comply 80% of the time. On the West Coast, where slowing down is voluntary, compliance is just 60%. WhaleSafe is hoping to change that.
Interesting stuff. Well, that's it for the news at 5. CBS News Bay Area with Julia Goodrich starts right now.
Amanda and Ryan, thank you. You know, powerful winds, we've been surrounded by it, creating dangerous situations and certainly rattling nerves across the Bay Area.
It made a huge noise. The house was shaking. I'm like, that was not a blast of wind. There's something else going on.
And here is what he found: a tree down in the neighbor's home. And a tree came down on the middle of the Bay Bridge. No drivers hit, but they certainly felt the impact as people tried to get into the city late this afternoon. And downed live power lines in the North Bay, prompting a shelter in place.
They're very dangerous and can cause electrocution and other hazards.
This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. It's been a busy day. Fierce winds making a big mess in the Bay Area, with emergency crews responding to a number of trees and live power lines down. In fact, take a look at this. This tree came down on the Bay Bridge, causing a huge headache for drivers trying to get across. You can see the branches and dirt blocking lanes in front of the Yerba Buena Island there. And one of our employees was on the bridge when this happened. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt. And here is a live look at the traffic heading on into the city. 4 of the lanes are now open. The number 5 lane is expected to stay closed through 9 o'clock tonight, so certainly expect delays. And let's take a live look outside right now. You are looking at a view from San Francisco on the right, Santa Clara County on the left, and you can see the cameras are still shaking. We have team coverage this evening of all of the damage, but first we begin with First Meteorologist Paul Hagan, who has his hands full today. Paul.
Yeah, gusty winds across the Bay Area, and this is good the evening and tonight. A 60-mile-an-hour gust at the top of the hour, right at 6 o'clock at SFO. That is the strongest gust on the map right now. Earlier, the wind was gusting up to 68 miles an hour at SFO. Ocean Beach recorded a wind gust of 73 miles an hour this afternoon. The 5 to 45 mile an hour range, still strong enough to bring down branches, in some cases entire trees. A lot of wind damage across the Bay Area. The high wind warning along the coast does include San Francisco. This goes through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is where the strongest gusts are going to occur, up to around 60 to 65 miles an hour, as we're seeing where the wind, of course, gets funneled through the San Bruno Gap and accelerated a little bit more. The rest of the Bay Area is under a wind advisory. That goes through 1 p.m. But at that point, it's not like a switch and everything goes calm. It is still going to be breezy. Now, the strongest winds we're experiencing are likely happening right now. The wind shouldn't be quite as strong as we head through the rest of tonight, but it is still something you have to monitor carefully. Be prepared for power outages, and farther down the line, be prepared for some snow in the higher elevations. Rain chances are going to increase later this week for the entire Bay Area. It'll be snow mountains and the Santa Clara Hills. A winter weather advisory for the scattered showers goes from 10 a.m. tomorrow through 10 a.m. Thursday. Don't expect much in that time frame, whether it's rain at the lower elevations or snow in the higher elevations, but still, above 1,500 feet, you're looking at the potential for several inches of snow. This is really up across the rest of the Bay Area Thursday into Thursday night and lingering into Friday. A dry day on Saturday, and then more shower chances headed our way. We're going to track this first round of moisture coming up with Futurecast in just.
It's a busy day. Thank you. Our Max Darrow's on the peninsula. We're going to take you now where a huge tree crashed into a home, breaking the. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Damage is quite severe. So we're going to join Max right now with what the latest is. Good evening.